Right, I can't believe I haven't talked about this story before, because when it happened, that's pretty much all I spoke about. Because it was just so dumb and it was so weird. So I was going to get right into it. So I was sat in business studies class in school, and we had this teacher. I don't know what her name was, but she was interesting. She really didn't like me for some reason, and like I knew this. But there was this one time. It was a Monday morning, so obviously everyone's going to be tired. No one's gonna be up for like putting 100% into work, especially not business, because this was year 10, so we just got into business studies. Didn't really, it was kind of a dead subject. So we were in class, everyone was really tired, and the teacher was kind of getting really pissed off that we weren't really paying too much attention. She was like, right, if you don't wake up, we're gonna do some aerobics. It was the dumbest shit. She actually said aerobics. So 5 minutes later, she's like, right, everyone stand up. And everyone's like, what? Everyone just sort of stands up. And I'm just sort of sat there at the front of the class. Because, like, I'm just like, I'm not standing up. Because I had a pain in my side at the time. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not standing up. So then she's like, right, everyone do like some figure of eight shit. I don't know what it was. It was called a figure of eight with like your arms. I don't know. But everyone starts doing that. I'm just sat at my desk, like, sort of just doing nothing, looking at her. And she comes over to me and she's like, stand up. I'm like, no. And she's like, are you refusing, I don't know, some shit like that. Are you refusing to follow instructions? I'm like, you're asking me to do aerobics in business studies. If I wanted to do that, I go to PE. And she's like, right, out of the classroom. Took my planner. Planner's like what you put like detentions and homeworks and shit in there. She basically gave me a detention for not following instructions, and I sat outside the class for like 20 minutes. So that was alright, I didn't do aerobics. But this is only the first occurrence, and after this I went to the detention, and she didn't turn up, but I didn't trust her, so I took a picture of the clock, so she couldn't lie about it, but she actually tried to lie about it, and I actually had to go see my head of year, and I showed her a picture of her, like, of the clock to prove she was lying about me turning up. So another time comes around, I think it's the week after in business studies, and we're in like a different class, like a computer room, so like a bunch of desks in the middle, computers around the side, and I was right in the front row, sat next to one of my mates. And I think this was again like a Monday or Tuesday morning, I'm not too sure when we had business in year 10. But she's like, right, we're gonna do it again, everyone get up, we're doing some aerobics, do the figure of eight again, or some shit like that. And again, I'm just sat there like, I'm not doing this. And she comes over to me and she's like, oh, have you done your 10 jumping jacks or some shit, I don't know. And then I'm like, yeah. And she's like, have you? I'm like, no. So she's like, why not? I'm like, miss, like I said, this is business studies. And like, she doesn't even say anything. She just gives me a detention. So then I actually go to the detention and she's actually there this time. I'm sat in a room. She comes in, doesn't really say anything. Then two more teachers walk in. And one was quite a high up teacher, the other one was just sort of, I don't know, he was just sort of there. But they all sort of surround me, and like, I'm just sort of sat down, not really doing much, and they sort of surround me and start talking to me. And they're trying to have a go at me. And they're like, oh, you need to follow instructions, doesn't matter what it is, if your teacher tells you to do something, you do it. And I'm like, if the teacher tells me to jump out the window, do you want me to do it? And they're like, they just start like, no, that's not what I mean. I'm like, that's what you said. So like, they're just sort of trying to explain what they're on about. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest, it was business studies, I don't like the subject, I don't like the teacher, and it's aerobics. Like, I didn't choose GCSE PE. So, if you want me to do aerobics, you can send me to PE, but for now, fuck off. They're just like, you should follow instructions. I'm like, alright. And I just sort of walked around and walked out the room. And that was pretty much the end of it. I think the teacher tried to speak to me about it next... Actually, no, it was on the way to an RE class. She stopped me at the bottom of the stairs, because we had to go up some stairs to get to my classroom. So she stopped me and started speaking to me about it. And I was just looking at her. And then, like, halfway through a sentence, I just walk off, go to my class, and nothing else happened after that. I left the detention. I didn't get another one. I didn't get in any more trouble for like swearing at a teacher. I don't know, it was weird. Like, I didn't get in any further trouble, and like, I don't know if that's because they realised they were in the wrong or they just couldn't be bothered, but like, I don't know, it was weird. I thought it was quite a funny story, because when it happened, it was just so dumb and I was so confused, because, like, why is the teacher asking me to do aerobics? She says she's some sort of fucking psychology expert, like, you teach business studies. You can't be, you know, Google isn't, you know, make you qualified, so, you know, I'm not going to do aerobics in business. But if you guys enjoyed this story, feel free to leave a like. I actually thought I told this story before, but apparently I didn't. I couldn't find the video at first glance anyway. But if I retold it, I do apologise. But if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.